Hey everybody, and welcome back to 3COG. Today we're going to talk about how YouTube is trying to get rid of all your favorite YouTube gun channels. So what am I talking about? So this is a 40 round magazine, right? And I painted this using my dish soap camo method. And I got a question in that video, because I said in that video that this magazine was modified to not accept over 28 or 29 rounds. And somebody asked in the comments and they said, that's stupid, why would you modify a magazine, a higher, larger capacity magazine to only accept that many rounds? This is why. Because YouTube is now saying that the act of inserting the magazine into a weapon is now being viewed as weapon modification.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. This is Steve with the Mr. Big Kid channel. This video is more or less a state of how things are right now for me and a lot of other gun creators out there. So if you guys haven't noticed, by all the news going around from other gun channels, there's a lot going on with cracking down on 2A content and stuff like that. I got a warning on YouTube and I got a strike following that warning a day later, and I'm hearing of all my other fellow gun channel guys out there, and they're experiencing the same thing. I have a couple people that are on their last strike. One more strike and their channel is gone. There's other people out there that have actually lost their channel now.
Welcome back, everybody. I obviously have not been on YouTube for quite a while, and there's a reason for that. I've been posting about it a little bit on my various other social medias, but haven't gotten into detail. And again, there's a reason for that. I want to sort of clear everything up today of what's been going on behind the scenes, not just for me, but for several other folks who do similar content to what I do, and then what I've been told by YouTube and what I expect going forward. So long story short, I received in the beginning of January, I received a strike, a channel strike, which got my channel suspended for a week for inserting a magazine into a CZ Scorpion. That video was deleted by YouTube, as well as several others that were deleted by YouTube as part of one community strike. So I made a video addressing that about 2 weeks ago. And right after I published that video, I mean like within minutes of publishing that video, I got my second channel strike, which meant I was suspended from YouTube for 2 weeks. And then additionally, if I got another strike, my channel would have been completely deleted.
YouTube is changing its policy on gun-related content. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your honorary certification of multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, what I do here, you can support me with a link. Everything's appreciated. Connecticut residents, plan on getting your Connecticut pistol permit. Please get your training and paperwork turned in and all done before July 1st. The new training addendum has been handed down, but there are some gray areas that have not been covered, and the state seems to be playing some shenanigans at the same time. If you already have your permit, watch the expiration date. Don't let it expire. There's a link to the online renewal portal for the state of Connecticut for permits in the description box. Keep an eye on that. Let's talk about this. And I just came across this story, and of course it does apply to me, as I do gun-related content on YouTube. Apparently, YouTube is being pressured by anti-gun groups and DA Alvin Bragg to basically censor gun-related content, and Google, YouTube, and Google, of course, is the parent company, have folded. And June 18th, there will be a change, and that change will be retroactive. So anything that they're going to now incorporate into this new change is going to go back and look what you've done in the past and basically either ban it or age restrict it. Now, I find it amusing that Alvin Bragg has gone to such great lengths to bother YouTube over this. And this is the same man who basically allowed illegal immigrants who beat up on police officers to be put back on the street, who would then try to escape and head across the country to get away from the charges. And then, of course, the infamous case where he allowed a illegal immigrant who injured a child to be released, who then went down to Georgia and killed Laken Riley. This is the same man who now is concerned for what you view on YouTube. But let me go ahead and give you some info. GOA, the Gun Owners of America, condemns new radical anti-gun policy at YouTube. Gun Owners of America issued the following statements after YouTube announced a formal change to their policy towards firearms-related content. Restricting access to adults only for content that depicts wholly legal and constitutionally protected activity is wrong, and it aims to push a sinister narrative to minors that firearms are evil, said Eric Pratt, GOA's senior vice president. In turn, as younger generations come of age, they will not question or push back on future violations of our Second Amendment rights, which is, that's a good point. Alvin Bragg and his anti-gun friends have been aggressively pressuring YouTube to censor and directly prohibit certain content related to guns for years now. And sadly, they have just succeeded, and free speech has once again become the victim, said Aiden Johnston, GOA's Director of Federal Affairs. Congress must demand answers from YouTube on how influential DA Bragg and gun control groups were in facilitating this change in policy, and to determine whether the Biden administration or its White House Office of Gun Control was weaponized to force the censorship of Second Amendment content. Why ask? You know that they're knee deep in it. But this is it. Background. YouTube and parent company Google announced plans to change their policy of firearms related content effective June 18th. Under the new policy, which will be retroactive and apply to all existing content on the platform, the following will apply. Content showing the use of homemade firearms, automatic firearms, and certain firearm accessories will be age restricted. Content showing how to remove safe devices will be banned. Firearms in movies, video games, military and police footage, and war zone footage will not categorically be age restricted, because you can't go against your Hollyweird backers. That's not going to help you. Creating a double standard for Hollywood and anti-gun corporate media. In April, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg sent a letter to YouTube CEO Neil Monahan, urging him to alter their algorithms to ensure that certain firearms content not be promoted. Additionally, he urged the company to directly censor and remove certain firearms-related content. This letter came on the heels of Media Matters publishing an anti-gun propaganda piece attacking YouTube and certain content the biased media outlet deemed unfavorable. Additionally, in May of 2023, the anti-group Everytown published an article highlighting anti-gun research about YouTube's firearm content from the Tech Transparency Project, which was a clear citation in DA Bragg's letter. Okay, I'm going to bring you into Google's actual wording for this. And here it is. I'll leave a link to this. Starting June 18, 2024, certain content showing how to remove safety devices will be prohibited. Current showing the use of homemade firearms, automatic firearms, and certain firearm accessories will be age restricted. And when they say homemade firearms, are they speaking of 3D printers or 3D printed firearms, or a firearm that you built yourself from parts? They're not being clear, but I'm going to come down. Sell firearms or certain firearms accessories through direct sales. You can't sell items on YouTube. I don't know if anybody does, but there it is. Accessories that enable a firearm to simulate automatic fire. Accessories that convert a firearm to automatic fire, such as a bump fire stock. Bump fire stocks do not convert a semi-automatic weapon into an automatic weapon. These people do not know squat about guns. This is what's frightening. Gatling triggers, drop-in auto sears or conversion kits. High-capacity magazines or belts carrying more than 30 rounds, because a 10-round magazine is less lethal than a 30-round magazine. Figure that one out. Like I said, these people don't know squat about firearms, and that's what makes them dangerous. Firearms, ammunition, high-capacity magazines, homemade sound suppressors, accessories that enable a firearm to simulate automatic fire. Accessories that convert a firearm to automatic fire, such as bump fire stocks, once again, and the same thing. Provide instructions on how to convert a firearm to automatic or simulated automatic firing capabilities. Provide instructions on how to install the above-mentioned accessories or modifications. Provides instructions on how to remove certain firearm safety devices, such as a device that limits the release of a magazine. This does not include removal of a device that used to temporarily disable a weapon, like a gun lock. Age-restricted content. Sometimes content doesn't violate our policies, but it may not be appropriate for viewers under 18. Content showing use of homemade firearms. Example given, 3D printed gun. Like I said before, is it only 3D printed guns? Or let's say you have a lower and you put it together and you show it, because I have videos of that weren't 3D printed, but I did build it myself. Is that all of a sudden now going to be age restricted? An automatic firearm or any of the below accessories that enable a firearm to simulate automatic fire. The same thing over again. But these guidelines apply to real use of firearms and may not apply, for example, to use of firearms in artistic content such as film. Once again, they're giving Hollywood a pass. We may also make exceptions for public interest content such as military or police footage, news footage, or footage from war zones. Okay, now it goes further and further into that. Now I want to come down to this section here. This is where it gets dangerous. This section here, if your content violates this policy, we'll remove the content and send you an email to let you know. If we can't verify that a link you post is safe, we may remove the link. Note that violative URLs posted within the video itself or in the video's metadata may result in the video being removed. If you link to the product, say to another website. Once again, this is on their decision, but let me get through this. If this is your first time violating our community guidelines, you'll likely get a warning with no penalty to your channel. You will have the chance to take a policy training to allow the warning to expire after 90 days. However, if the same policy is violated within that 90-day window, the warning will not expire and your channel will be given a strike. If you violate a different policy after completing the training, you will get another warning. If you get 3 strikes within 90 days, your channel will be terminated. Now, we may terminate your channel or account for repeated violations of the community guidelines or terms of service. We may also terminate your channel or account after a single case of severe abuse, which they decide, or when the channel is dedicated to a policy violation. Once again, open language. What does that mean? We may prevent repeat offenders from taking policy training in the future. Now, here's the Gestapo at the end. This is truly Third Reich stuff right here. If you find content that violates this policy, report it. Instructions for reporting violations of our community guidelines are available here. If you found a few videos or comments that you would like to report, you can report the channel. And there it is. So, you don't think that these anti-gun groups and their own little minions are going to run around now to all the gun channels, look for comments, look for anything. They're going to just keep reporting, whether it's violation or not. Let's just report it. We'll hold up the channel. We can hamper this person from doing what they're doing, even if it's within guidelines, by just reporting everything. Then you got people who we don't know their background, don't know who they are. They're the ones who make the final decision. I'm sorry, that just sounds like some real Third Reich stuff right there. That's just outrageous. But once again, another step in a long road that they're on to basically end gun ownership in this country. And this is just another step, another part of it. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.